speed of rotating magnetic field. So in the stator, when I am giving the power supply to the stator winding, okay, the magnetic field is rotating. Stator is stationary. Stator is stationary, but magnetic field is rotating. So the speed of the rotating magnetic field is called the synchronous speed. Okay, the speed of the rotating magnetic field. Speed at which the magnetic field is rotating is called synchronous speed. Yeah, the speed at which the rotating magnetic field revolves is called synchronous speed. Okay, that means in the stator, this magnetic field is rotating. Magnetic field is rotating. That speed is called synchronous speed, and stator is stationary. Stator is stationary, but in the stator winding, the magnetic field is rotating at a speed of synchronous speed. Okay. So in this referring figure 3.62, there are different type of instants 1, 2, 3, 4. So by using this, I was explained yesterday. So in this, this is called a three-phase supply, three-phase AC supply. Here, this is one of the phase, X phase. Okay, and this is other phase, Y phase, and this is another phase, Z phase. Here, notations are X, Y, Z. Okay, three different phases. Generally, R, Y, B phases. Okay, so here, here in this phase, X phase, that means, for example, R phase. Okay, so for this instant, 1, 2, 3, for 4 instant, okay, 4, these are the different type of instant. Here 0 degrees, okay, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. For this 4 instant, this cycle is called quarter cycle. So 1/4 of this total cycle. Okay, up to here this is called half cycle. This is called half cycle. Understood? And this part is called half cycle. The total cycle is in phase X is called like this. So half cycle is here, and then quarter cycle is called here. For half, for quarter cycle, that is called 1/4 of the cycle. Okay, the field rotates 90 degrees. Am I right or not? Field rotates at starting at omega t is equal to 0. That is called instant 1. This is the field direction. Am I right? At omega t is equal to 0. That is called starting. Okay, the field direction in this direction. At omega t is equal to 30, the field direction is like this. And omega t is equal to 60 degrees, the field direction. And omega t is equal to 90 degrees, the field direction. That means the field is rotating 90 degrees for 1 quarter cycle. That is called 1/4 of the cycle for phase current. Okay, 1/4 of the cycle for phase current. So this field is rotating 90 degrees. Am I right or not? Understood? So up to here 0 to 90 degrees, the field rotates in 90 degrees. Understood? This is a two-pole machine. Okay, here this is one pole and this is a one pole. North pole and south pole. This is for only two-pole machine. For two-pole machine, for 1/4 of the cycle, the field rotates 90 degrees. Am I right or not? Here 0 to, this is called 0 degrees. Here 90 degrees. 0, 30, 60, 90. Okay, the field rotates 90 degrees now per quarter cycle. That is called 1/4 of the cycle. For remaining quarter cycle, the field rotates, okay, in 90 degrees, another 90 degrees. That means 180 degrees. It's rotating 180 degrees for complete for a half cycle. For half cycle, the field rotates another 90 degrees. Understood? That means 180 degrees. For half cycle, so 0 to here, for half cycle of current, the field rotates 180 degrees. That means for complete cycle, the field rotates 360 degrees. So for one complete cycle, okay, the field rotates one revolution. The field is one revolution. It takes place one revolution. Okay, so try to concentrate here. So here at the instant, 4 instants represent the complete 1/4 cycle of alternating current Ix from the time instant 1. From 1 to 4, different type of instant. That's called 1/4 cycle. In the 1/4 cycle, the field rotates in the 90 degrees. During this 1/4 cycle, that is called 1/4 of the cycle, the field has rotated through 90 degrees. Understood? So for omega t is equal to 0 to omega t is equal to 90 degrees, that means instant 1 to instant 4, okay, this field rotating 90 degrees. At a time instant represented are one complete cycle of current Ix, one complete cycle of current Ix from the origin, the field has completed one revolution. Am I right or not? For one complete cycle, one complete cycle means positive and negative, positive peak and negative peak, and zeros. For one complete cycle, here 0 to 90 degrees, 92, 0 to 90, and 92, 180, 182, 270, 272, 360. This is called one complete cycle. For one complete cycle, the field rotating in one revolution. Okay, for this two-pole machine, the field rotates 360 degrees for one complete cycle for a two-pole machine. Understood? Field completed in one revolution. Therefore, for a two-pole stator winding, try to constant for a two-pole stator winding, for a two-pole stator winding, the field makes one revolution in one cycle of current. Okay. Therefore, understood this concept. For a two-pole stator winding, the field makes one revolution in one cycle of current. Okay. Similarly, in four-pole stator winding, it can be shown that the rotating field makes one revolution in two cycles of current. Right? In a four-pole stator winding, it can be shown that rotating field makes one revolution in two cycles of current. So, in generally, for p-pole machine, for p-pole stator winding, the rotating field makes one revolution in p/2 cycles of current. This is the concept. Okay. Then cycles of current is equal to p/2 into revolutions of field. In generally, the cycles of current, for p-pole machines, the rotating field makes one revolution in p/2 cycles of current. So that's why cycles of current is equal to p/2 times of revolutions of field. Cycle of current is nothing but general equation p/2 times of revolutions of field. Right? Then cycles of current per second is nothing but p/2 revolutions of field per second. Okay. Cycles of current per second is equal to p/2 times of revolutions of field per second. Since revolutions per second is equal to the revolutions per minute. Okay, revolutions per second is equal to the revolutions per minute, ns divided by 60, then you will get revolutions per minute. And the number of cycles per second is the frequency. The number of cycles per second is called frequency, and if the revolutions per second is divided by 60, then you will get revolutions per minute. So that is called synchronous ns. So then f is equal to cycles current per second is called cycles of current per second is called frequency. That is frequency is equal to p/2 into revolutions of field per second, that converted into minutes, revolutions per minute, by dividing 60. So then p/2 into ns by 60 is equal to ns into period by 120. That is called then ns is equal to 120 f by p. This is called so speed of the rotating magnetic field. Ns, speed of the rotating magnetic field is called ns. Ns is equal to 120 f by p. This is clear. Understood? Speed of the rotating magnetic field is equal to ns is equal to 120 f by p. The speed of the rotating magnetic field is same as the speed of the alternator that's supplying power to the motor. Okay. If the two have same number of poles, as the magnetic flux is said to be rotated synchronous speed. In synchronous machines and alternators is nothing but generator. Okay, alternator is nothing but AC generator. Okay, so in AC generator, in generators, the rotor is rotating at synchronous speed and stator rotating magnetic field is also rotating at same synchronous speed. But induction machine is different. Induction machine is different. Rotor is less than synchronous speed. Okay, rotor rotating less than synchronous speed, but stator magnetic field is rotating at synchronous speed. The speed of the rotating magnetic field is same as the speed of alternator that is supplying power to the motor if the two have same number of poles. Okay, same number of poles. That means stator and rotor must be same poles. Okay, then only it is possible to rotate the magnetic. Then only so that we will get the output from the generator. Stator poles and rotor poles must be same. Understood? Okay, as the magnetic field is said to be rotated synchronous speed. This is called a speed of the rotating magnetic field. Understood?